Welcome back to Phalcon another tutorial. In previous tutorial, I was describing how to install Phalcon and DevTool. Now this tutorial, I will describe the previous topics and continue a new topics. Now let's start. First, I will go to the Phalcon website, search Phalcon and go to this site and go to the document folder and go to the getting start and installation. I also complete installation topics, but there have an extra curriculum, that is web server setup. I will start with these topics. There have several kind of HTTP server setup, but I only follow Apache server installation. Look at that is NginX installation system, and that is Apache installation system, and light HTTP installation system it is. Now I follow this Apache installation system. Their htaccess is important file of Apache resetup. At first I will create this htaccess file. Go to this folder and write new file .htaccess. Okay, that is our htaccess file. Back to site and copy this, paste inside there and save. Our htaccess file setup is complete. And our second file located at public directory, and that is our second file located htaccess file located public directory. This public directory is this public directory. Back to Visual Studio Code and write new folder, name public, and there new file .htaccess file. I will copy this and send inside there. Okay, our second htaccess file write is complete. There have another important file required, that is index.php file. As I write this index.php file, I skip this line and go to this line. If you do not want to use .htaccess file, you can move this relevant directory to Apache main configuration file. That means if you not require this htaccess file, we directly set up this file inside in htaccess file. Sorry, this htaccess file setup inside in httpd.config file. On virtual host setup, this setup is required for our virtual host. My website is set up with virtual host, therefore this minimum setup is required for our virtual host. Now I change my virtual host setup. Go to our virtual host directory. Virtual host directory is Apache 24 and go to the config and extra. Go to the host bhost directory as this. I open this. I open with Visual Studio Code. Open with Visual Studio Code. Yes, I open this with Visual Studio Code. There have one topics is required, that is server admin. Now I change this server admin, direct copy and paste this and write our server admin. Write server directory. Our server directory index is index.php and server name and server ls is okay, and this directory is required now. Option all, allow override all, require all granted. Require all granted. Allow override all already have in this file, and require all granted. And server allies, our server allies is same this. Okay, now I reload my service Apache. Restart service Apache. Now I'll go to the second step. First cut this and go again. This PHP FPM. On Windows, PHP FPM is the PHP distribution chip. The file php can be used to start the process and set up. Windows does not support Unix socket, so this script will start fast CGI in TCP mode on port 9000. Create this CGI.bat file. New file, write this CGI.bat. and paste inside this Control B and Control C. In ChatGPT, this CGI file is required in public directory, but that not specify which public directory, so I set this inside there again in this public directory. Yes, I set this inside there. Okay, our PHP fcgi.file is set up. I'll cut this cgi.file and write our script HTML file. Write a paragraph. The Phalcon project is success. At the header, write Phalcon. Save and open this inside there and write okay Phalcon. The Phalcon project is success. Our server environment setup is success. Now I will go to the next step, that is first going to this file and the environment. It is a advanced topics. I skip this now. I will describe this at last time. And now go to the next step, that is development tools. Dev tools. I already installed dev tools, my first lessons part 1. Now second tools is debug. Phalcon have several namespaces that control debugging option, but I go to the debugging tools that reference on Phalcon group, that is xdebug. Xdebug is an Amazon tools that complement the debugging of PHP application. It is also a C extension for PHP and you can use it together with Phalcon without additional configuration or side effect. Okay, I will install this now. First I will check my configuration. And reload it as my Phalcon version is this. Search this xdebug wizards. As our xdebug wizards is this. Now copy all of the things. Copy all of the things and paste there. And analysis. Our analysis is complete. Check this xdebug installation manual. First download this file. I click this for download. Okay, download start and move this download file to ext. Rename to PHP xdebug deal. This means this PHP deal file move to inside in PHP exe folder, and this download file name must be changed this name and change this extension xdebug extension. Set this inside this name xdebug and restart the Apache web server. I already download this and rename this file with go to the download folder and rename this xdebug.deal. Copy this file and go to the PHP folder and next folder and paste. I will paste this inside on exe folder. Now open PHP ini file. Our PHP ini file, as this is our PHP ini file. Open with Visual Studio Code and go to the bottom and there write our code xdebug. This code right in there. and write this inside. Copy and paste this inside. And write xdebug dot mode is equal to debug. Xdebug dot start start with request set yes. Xdebug start with request s and giant extension xdebug. Okay, is it our folder is set up is okay. I also check this tutorial again. If any wrong, then I find it. Installation. Check Windows installation. Install with PCL. Oh, our have PCL. Check command line. Yes, our have PCL. PCL install xdebug. But I try this with manually, therefore our not need PCL in this time. Check more information. Go to the ini file location, xdebug file location, and copy this and set up. Now write xdebug client host client client host docker internal, and to check this with docker. My spelling mistake, ducker, host docker internal. And now write xdebug client dot underscore port port. I'll write 9000. Yes, in this time I don't set this, I set when I will try docker or other folder or other type of environment. Therefore I comment this 2 line. Save and try to Apache service reload. Service Apache service restart. Yes, our Apache service now restart. Now I will set up xdebug extension. Go to the extension, write php debug locate that this folder, write with xdebug owner. It is official xdebug extension. Now I install this. As the install is running, and install. Now I'll go on to the next topics, that is migration. This time our migration not required, because when I complete the installation and move to the other server, then the migration is required. But our project is not complete, therefore I install this service later. And next topics is unit testing. It is important topics. Write proper testing can assist in writing better software. If you set up proper test case, you can eliminate most functional bugs and better maintain your software. Yes, I know it. For unit testing, Phalcon developer group install PHP unit. I will install this now. Go to Visual Studio Code and open terminal, new terminal. Yes, mistakenly I delete my composer installation package. Therefore I write again this composer installation package. First write composer in it. I write my package name, my name Rabbi slash Phalcon root okay. My package name is okay. Description. This is Phalcon tutorial. Author is Rabbi, and minimum stability I skip this and skip this. Listen, skip. Or do like to define your dependency and inactively, I skip this time. And add PS auto load, I skip this time and I set yes. Okay, our composer JSON file is active. Now back to the site and copy this and paste there. This. Okay. There are 10.1 version installed on PHP unit. Now check where to unit install. Vendor PHP unit as PHP unit. They are installed this PHP unit. Here install the PHP unit. This require file is already installed is there, that is this file. And second option, once PHP unit is installed, create a directory called test. As I create this directory called test, new folder test s, and inside there a directory name units, units. In order to autoload our test directory, we must add our test name page to composer. Add below to the composer. Modify the fit you needed. Copy and set this inside their PSR file. Yes, I set this inside in PSR autoload file. Now create a PHP unit XML file as follow. PHP unit XML file. This file we create inside this test.unit directory. Okay, this file I create first. Test unit, new file, PHP unit unit .xml file. Okay, I create this file. Now copy this. I copy this and paste inside there. Okay, I will paste this inside there. I complete this PHP unit environment setup. Now this is the another important package, that is Phalcon incubator test. Now I read also this file. Incubator test. Incubator test helper for PHP unit and code caption. Phalcon incubator test. Phalcon provide a test library that provide few abstract class you can use to bootstrap the unit test themselves. This file exists in Phalcon incubator test repository. You can use this incubator test library by adding is an dependency. I copy this line, only this line, and not other this option, and paste in there in command line. Press enter. I see there have a problem, that is could not find package this incubator PHP version. Your match PHP version, that means my PHP version, sorry, my Phalcon version not support this package. Our PHP version 5. Our Phalcon version is 5.2, but this incubator support version 4. Therefore, I cannot install this package. Yes, this package not installed in there. Okay, I skip this package because this package not support in my version 5.2. If the new version is come, I will install this. Now go to the next topics. Our next topics is tutorial. Go to the tutorial and basic. In these topics I describe in list. I will describe this in next video, that is Phalcon part 3. Thanks for watching and subscribe our channel.